Hey everyone, this is Virdilit here, and before we start I would like to see this super awesome logo made to me by one of my subscribers and friends called Edward. Also his channel is Fair Play, Fair Game I think. I'm gonna link it in the description. He doesn't upload anything yet, but I'm sure he eventually will. He's a really good player and I already battled him in the channel. So yeah, we're back with the LBA, and if you don't know what that is, it's just basically you draft Pokemon and you can't draft the same Pokemon again. So, I mean, every person has his own Pokemon. As you can see from the team preview, we are going against New Jersey Meganiums. And currently, we have a good win-loss record. It's an okay win-loss record. We have 4 wins and 2 losses. And 2 losses were made by the previous team coach. And now, we're against Bryle. Bryle is a really, really good player. I'm not sure he drafted the best team around, but he's a really good player. I've battled him before. He plays since 4th gen, since Diamond and Pearl, plays competitively, I mean. And he's no one to underestimate at all. He has been losing a lot, his score isn't the best, but the main reason for that is because at first he didn't counter team, this is what the LBA is about. Counter teaming isn't cheap in the LBA because you see your opponent's team before going and they see yours and you both plan, just like football or any other sport. So as you can see from his team, I was really scared of the Rotom Heat, because without Rotom Heat, Staraptor can basically wreck shop, or at least revenge kill a lot of his pokes. So I decided to bring a highly specially defensive Slowbro, which is really, really weird. Max HP, max special defense with Assault Vest, because he has more special threats than physical threats. And also, I think Conkeldurr is one of the best drafts he made. I think it's the best draft in the LBA. So this is not gonna be an easy match, especially since he decided to start counter teaming and planning before the battle. It's not gonna be easy, like I said. So, as you can see from the team preview, I brought Gligar because I have a plan for Gligar. You're gonna see it, guys. And I brought Scizor because Scizor can one-shot Aerodactyl, Bullet Punch, one-shot Gardevoir with Bullet Punch, can revenge kill anything at low health, and Clefable because unaware, just in case anything tries to set up. Tyranitar was an extra, honestly, because once I chose those 5, I didn't know what to put on the team, so I just throw Tyranitar in. So let the battle start against Bryle. Like I said, a really, really good battler. I start off with my Gligar because the Stealth Rocks are really important. He doesn't have anything to remove them. This will force the Rotom Heat to appear less. The more I send Scizor, the more he'll be forced to send out Rotom Heat. So I don't think this thing because Golem could go for Rock Polish, Stealth Rocks, etc. So I set up the Stealth Rocks after taunting him and stopping him from putting his rocks. A very good start for me. I switch out, go into my specially defensive, derp the base, the Slowbro, and I'm gonna eat this Ice Beam up like it's nothing. Just look at that damage, that's nothing! And Simipower actually is his team MVP. He goes for Grass Knot. Grass Knot also does nothing. I go for Scald. Honestly, I was predicting a switch of some sort, but he decided to stay in, so I'm like, maybe he'll go for another Grass Knot. I'll just go for Psychic. But he switches out, goes into his Gardevoir, and his Gardevoir is actually Assault Vest. So we're both running bulky Psychic types. This Psychic does pitiful damage. I mean, less than the Ice Beam probably. So he goes for Moonblast. I know it could take anything, even the Thunderbolt, and I have Regenerator, so it can switch out. So go for Shadow Ball. It's not gonna do much, but just to get some damage on him. And this time it's decided to switch out because I think he's going for the Thunderbolt. I know he has the Thunderbolt. I've seen his battles before. So going to my Tyranitar because Tyranitar in the Sandstorm has incredible special defense. I decided not to Dragon Dance since he has the Golem, and Golem is extremely bulky. And also, I know I'm faster than the Gardevoir. I don't want to get blasted with a Focus Blast because I'm max speed and he's max HP, so naturally Tyranitar is faster. So I Mega Evolve, go for Crunch, but he makes the insta-switch into Golem. And at this point I had a stupid thing in my mind. I was just so sure he had counter Golem. I have no idea why, but I was so sure he had counter Golem, but I didn't act on it. I was just like, I'm gonna Crunch again since Tyranitar is an extra. But when he went for Protect, I was like 100% sure that he wants to scout out if I'm gonna continue attacking. And he's going for counter right now. I know he's going for counter right now. So I decided to Dragon Dance just to get some advantage. And sadly I'm an idiot because Earthquake is base 100 with a stab 150 and it's super effective. Why would he ever go for counter? unless he has like no attacking EVs at all. So he kills my Tyrant Tower, which is sad. I couldn't even do much with it, especially that it's my team MVP. Tyrant Tower goes down due to my stupidity. I go to derp the base, and the thing is, Scum Tank is really scary because if he sends in Scum Tank against Slowbro, he's just gonna pursue me when I decide to switch out, and this will hurt my Slowbro. Slowbro is really important. So go for Scald and Gardevoir. It does some decent damage, and I get the burn as well, which is awesome. But he has synchronized, so he shoots the burn back at me. And he loses some of his health. Sandstorm goes, which I really needed that little damage to make sure he's gonna die. At this point, I predicted him to go for Thunderbolt. Plus, I really needed to switch out because if he dies while Slowbro is in there, he's just gonna send in his Scum Tank and kill me with Pursuit and/or Crunch, Sucker Punch, etc. So I sent out my Mavis predicting the Thunderbolt, but he goes for Future Sight, which is a brilliant move in his part. I'm just clapping for him because the only one who can actually take a Future Sight is Slowbro, and if I send Slowbro and he sends Scum Tank, he's just gonna destroy me. So at this point, Future Sight will not hit on this turn. I have a surprise for him, which is the counter Gligar. I know I'm gonna live the Ice Fang, and I actually live it, but unfortunately I flinch. So I predict him to predict me to go into Slowbro, so I just went for Roost. And he does exactly that by going into Scum Tank to trap me, which was a very risky prediction on my part, but I had to predict because if I lose Slowbro, I lost this battle. So I get smacked by the Future Sight. And as you can see, since this Gligar managed to live up 4 times super effective Tough Claws boosted Ice Fang, he's gonna live the Crunch, and luckily I live it with 7 HP. If he had Life Orb or something, I would have been dead. So I'll go for Roost. And I go for the other Roost because, like you saw actually, he can't touch me. So I'll go for another Roost. Up to this point, we're both making crazy, unnecessary predictions, and some of them pay off, some of them don't. The Future Sight was brilliant, but luckily I managed to work around it. So he goes for Ice Fang, another chance, another shot to go for counter, and counter goes through. Take that, Aerodactyl, and he goes down, which is really awesome. I've been waiting for this. Now he goes into his Simipour, and at this point I predicted him to double switch again into Scum Tank. So I just went for Roost, but he stays in, goes for Grass Knot, predicting the Slowbro. I guess Grass Knot plus the burn damage would really hurt the Slowbro. So go for Roost. This Roost takes me up to 75%-ish. So I switch out, go into my Dante, because like I said, I can't go into Slowbro with that thing around because he's just gonna kill me. So he goes for Ice Beam, this does nothing. I can just go for Knockoff. If he switches in that thing, I'm just gonna Bullet Punch. But, like I said, he started counter-teaming, and right now he has a Hidden Power Fire. For my Scizor, sadly I displayed how to not use a Scizor, because Scizor is one of my favorite Pokemon. I'm sad that it actually died to Hidden Power Fire so easily. So going to my Revenge, this Staraptor, which is soon going to be the MVP of the team, I'm sure, because it just Revenge kills anything. I predict him to go into Golem. I just can't start double edging yet with Golem around. So go for a U-turn, smack this thing. It does actually very decent damage considering that I'm not Choice Banded, I'm Scarfed. The Golem is extremely bulky, so we're going to derp the base. I'm almost full health because of my ability Regenerator, which is really awesome. Like, Assault Fist hinders stuff that need recovery, but with Regenerator you just manage to live. So at this point he decides to let his Golem die, and the reason for that, he can sense Scum Tank and just get rid of my Slowbro once and for all. So go for Scald and he protects. And I lose some of my health. I go for Scald again. He's faster, sadly. I don't know how he's the turtle with a boulder on his back faster than this creature. So go for Scald. 4 times super effective. He's not gonna live that in a million years. He goes down. And right now he just can send his Scum Tank. So like I said, the Pursuit is kind of obvious. I predicted the Pursuit, so I just decided to stay and go for Scald, hoping that I get the burn. He goes for Pursuit, as I predicted. I did not switch out. This does not kill, because if you don't switch out, Pursuit is really weak. I go for Scald, and sadly I don't get the burn, but I guess I can't depend on 30% chance to help me. So he goes for Pursuit, takes my Slowbro out, and this is really dangerous. Right now, I can't send any Pokemon. If I get Sucker Punched with the Staraptor is not going to be able to do anything. So I sent Clefable because Clefable is not the most useful thing right now. I know he has Poison Jab, but I'm max HP, max defense, so I managed to live that. Go for Thunder Wave, just to put a leash on him. Honestly, I should have went for Moonblast, but I was scared. If Moonblast doesn't kill, that means I just wasted my my Clefable for nothing. So I go for Thunder Wave, and then I go for Moonblast. He could go for Sucker Punch, but it won't do shit because it's resisted. So luckily I take this contact down. And now he sends out his Simipour, and I don't want to switch in anything on this thing. By the way, we both have 2 Pokemon left. Or I mean, I have 3, but now I have 2 since the Clefable died. And sadly, Gligar can't touch a Simipour or the Rotom Heat. So I send my Staraptor, lose some damage to the Stealth Rocks, go for Double Edge. He switches out, probably predicting the Brave Bird. And he's Choice Scarfed, but I'm also Choice Scarfed, and Choice Scarfed Staraptor is faster, even Adamant Nature. So go for Double Edge, take Rotom out, and luckily for me, the Stealth Rocks helped me, because if there were no Stealth Rocks up, he would have lived the Double Edge. I'm gonna go for another Double Edge to take the Simipour out, and this will be the game. I pull off a 2-0 victory, which is almost as a 1-0 since Gligar is completely useless, but it helps me with the differential on the points. So after this battle, luckily we have 5 victories and 2 losses. And the 5 victories are actually will take us to the playoffs. If you don't know what the playoffs are at the end of the season after 15 rounds. Like each battle is a round. After 15 rounds, I think there are 15 rounds. After 15 rounds, the people with the best score are going to the playoffs in like a mini tournament. So I need to be in the playoffs position. The top 6 are the people who are going to the playoffs, and luckily this win we secure a position in the playoffs, but not for sure, because if I lost or someone won like a great victory, they're going to surpass me because I am ranked 6th. But I think I've done fairly well with this team since I took it from it had 2 losses and 2 victories when I took over the team. And then right now it has 5 victories and 2 losses, which is kind of good, I guess. And I'm gonna try to continue winning. So don't forget to tune in for next time, guys. Thank you so much for watching.